I got all the way to Goofy, Donald, and Mickey.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to Wayward Haunts for tonight's episode of the Chaos Chronicles. The Nobodies. The original Nobodies.
Yeah,
say
fuck
too,
you,
right?
Taliesin Jaffe.
Yeah, Taliesin.
Yeah, right. I didn't know about this. I've been scooped. Shots fired.
He watched us. He saw one of us and was like, "Oh, that's a good idea."
Well, that's a good name.
Yeah. And then he just said, you don't want to deal with those guys.
I don't mean it. I love you.
Please sponsor us.
So, I think last session, you guys began with a level up, and then you kind of prioritize some things. First being securing a way to create the entrance to the fighting pit for said bear that you are purchasing. And Pete said there was a problem with that. The next door neighbor, he's a bit of a dick, and he was done dealing with it. Like, frustrated, over the top contractor, throwing hands, swearing, walks off the job. Nevish and Cornelius went over to feel things out, brought some fine wine and made it seem even finer. You met the butler for the place and the resident, the owner. After a set of really smooth and making it seem logical talking by Cornelius, the owner of this building said, "Yeah, you know what? For this percentage, I will let you own my land." He's like, I will give you this plot of land for this percentage. I fucking thought I wrote it down and I didn't, so I'm gonna have to listen back.
5%.
No, that's not gonna work.
1%.
No.
But no, I know we jinxed. I know we finagled it.
Right, of just that property's income, I believe.
I think it was about 20%, wasn't it?
Was it?
15,
I think it was about
20%.
20. It was 20% at least.
Yeah, it was. I would say it was probably 15 to 25.
And the way we worded it in the contract was, blah, 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 for the lease of this land, we will proceed to give such and such 15 to 24%, whatever it was, of legal fees we obtain from our establishment.
On this property, not of nowhere.
Yep.
Right. So that deal was done. You headed back, had I think another rest, and then an engagement with Mr. Saul Nega, where he was impressed and surprised that you got the first job done that fast, and offered you the second part of this job, infiltrating a lord's house in the evil city of Blackpool. For those native to Ordalan, Blackpool is the only evil city. It's like a part of the continent where the king says, stay here and do what you want, and I will turn an eye. I don't think you guys took that part of the job.
I don't think we've agreed upon what to do with it yet. I think we're still discussing it.
So, I'm gonna say,
He was leaving and waiting for word.
yeah.
Then.
So I will begin the scene with Soul and his elven compatriot leave nowhere. I'm gonna say it's probably like 2:00. Tarek is just showing up along with a couple of the other employees that you guys don't even know their names, because Regents kind of has just taken this and run with it, and you haven't been really you haven't been a part of the hiring process. But you see a couple people start to filter and take the chairs off the top of the tables, put them down. Tarek makes eye contact with you, Daxton, and then he turns around and gives a couple orders. Walks through the double doors, like the salon style kind of doors that you have between the bar and the kitchen, and you hear Regents in like her really high, like raspy tone give a couple orders, and you see it bolt back out and just start polishing the custom bar top that is specifically made for Nowhere, and just getting ready for the day, at least for the tavern side. You guys will pick up there. Soul is gone. You have an option to take it or not. The floor is yours.
Gentlemen, I know that we are considering jobs that would bring us outside of the city proper for some time. I have some unfinished business here. My the children that I look after, some of them have gone missing. My contacts tell me that people are being taken from the dredges. I'd be loath to leave the city without investigating this first. I would greatly appreciate any help.
I do believe the prince and well, we need to get back to Zelnaga at some point. I believe the prince didn't exactly give us a specific time, no?
I'd gladly help.
So anything with Solnega does have a timeline, and he would pronounce that to you like this isn't like a soft deadline. Something I would like done in the next 2 months, or something like that.
And then how long was it again from where we are to where Yannick is held?
So from
Bannockburn,
Ordalan,
I believe it is.
Ordalan to Bannockburn, I believe it's almost probably 2 weeks on horses. Yeah, it's a hike. Yeah.
I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if perhaps we could beg a favor from someone who could get us there faster through magical means. If that's a possibility.
We certainly know a lot of people.
It depends if they would like to deal with our sorts, but we might have somebody. I'll have to check with Then I might know somebody.
Right.
As for those kids, we got a starting point.
Yes, the barkeep that they threw someone out the other night who was shooting off at the mouth about the disappearances. Maybe that's a good spot to start. And then my urchins told me that the issue is down in the dredges.
Yeah, Ali and Benjamin are not there. Ali, you really haven't interacted. It was one of the younger urgents, but Benjamin was one of the older ones and one of the two main contacts. You know, like by older, I mean he's like 13.
Yeah, it was 13 or 14.
Yeah, 13 or 14 years old. Derek, are you going to talk to Tarek?
Yeah. Eric, what do you know of this? What happened? Now that it's morning and we've got clear heads, I'd like to just, figure out what you know so that we can go crack some skulls.
It's bleak, Daxton. It seems like whatever is happening is only targeting our neighborhood. But my neighborhood, the Dredges. Tarek lives on the outskirts of the Dredges.
Okay.
There's been a bit of an infestation, but I don't know if necessarily that's what it is. We've gone to the guard, but fuck these guys, right? I mean, they pay no attention to.
If you want something done, you go to the white cloaks. Or the gold cloaks or the white cloaks. The golden circle, whatever the fuck. Either way, you've come to the place.
The golden.
Let's see this thing.
I think you're going for the golden circle.
Gold circle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, which
You go
is
to the golden circle.
extremely elite group of
Oh, I know.
soldiers.
I heard of it.
And he looks at you a little bit. I can show you where it is happening. I can take you.
That would be good.
I can take you to the house that Benjamin was in, and I don't have any skills other than that. And yes, Greetings. Yep, they are doing it, and we are good. Yep. And he yells back to Greetings, who's just firing like random orders.
Well, one of my more perceptive colleagues can glean something from where you take us. So, but I would sure that there's no other business that they wish to attend to tonight before I embark. And then just out of character, like Daxton is like completely yoked to kind of these kids. Like I don't think he would leave the city without investigating. I don't want to shoehorn you guys or anything. But
Just assume that whatever you need, Nevish is 100% there for you. Doesn't matter time of day.
If Daxton, if you're going right now, I won't be able to help right as now, as we still have some loose ends to tie up with. What's his fucking name? The one who's doing all of our construction. Pete? No, that's not Pete.
Pete's the Pete's Lumber is who you hired to
Yeah, Pete's Pete.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to go talk to Pete
That
about
was me.
finishing the job. Got to go speak to that Lord to try and get his abode. Well, finish off on that contract, and got to go see Leonard. But
Daxton, what's your
feel
passive?
free.
What's your passive insight?
Not good. 11.
11. Okay.
Feel free to use my men if needed.
I don't think we need to take them. But is this something? I looked at the others. I'm like, is this something that we should wait for Greybar? I mean, he's pretty handy in a fight.
I think Daxton, deep down, like, you get the instinctual feeling that this might be something you want to go on with all your group.
Okay.
The way Tarek's talking about it and it's not like
Sounds like this might be a big one.
What?
I don't know where this thread will go, so I'm loath to be parted from mighty warriors yourself.
I'll send my men out to keep an eye out upon the ones that I've left. I will notify if anything else happens while we're finishing up our loose ends.
And I can notify Greybor immediately if we need to.
Yes, Cornelius?
I mean, I know I'm new here, so I don't really know how things work, but Regent seems to run most of the business, yes?
And you hear like a couple more shouts, and Tarek like kind of stand at attention and starts polishing like a couple glasses.
I mean, couldn't she wrap up business with our neighbor, and perhaps Leonard could be spoken to afterwards? I feel like lost children feels like a priority. It would be a priority for me, I guess.
And
I don't know about the rest of you, but
it's not like 1 or 2 children now on the second day. It's like, you know, you had 12 or 15 that were coming around. That's why one of the neighbors talked to you. Now it's like 8 or 9.
Cornelius had a drink at the bar, and he downs it and goes, and if I'm honest, doing some straight up good would make me feel better. I still feel disgusting after talking to their previous employer.
All right. Kids then.
Very good point. I'll walk into the kitchen and Phil and breathe.
Yeah, what do you want?
About the
Come on, what are you bugging me with this
neighbors.
for?
Hi.
It's just expanding business, so I thought you should be known about it and probably have a visitor later on coming to complete the contract.
After you're done. Sorry.
Yeah, no. What are you doing?
That's what I would say.
I just want to sneak into the kitchen and make a sandwich.
So as Greybor is talking to Gregent about this, Cornelius like sneaks in behind, starts grabbing some of the fresh meat that has just been cooked for this day, slicing it off.
Like just like a dagger.
Yeah. Slicing it down about 2/3 of the way through Greybor's conversation, a spoon comes across your wrist. That hurts. Actually, here,
mighty magic spoon.
I rolled a natural 20.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Isn't that like a fucking club?
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna.
The 1d4?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a D4. Hold on.
Wasn't it imbued with that fucking
I
artifact?
love that it was a natural 20 because it makes sense for this
Yeah.
situation. Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a
oh,
4.
yeah, oh, yeah.
So we'll say
So 8,
10.
9.
10. I think she's got a +2.
Oh. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah,
Let's not do any more.
10 points. Like not dislocating your wrist or like breaking a bone, but about as close as you can get. And you're like, your left hand is pinned down and you're holding like some like,
piece of salami.
Yeah, salami.
I put it on the bread and I go for the mayo, like looking at her in the eye, like I'm hungry.
She'll turn back. She'll turn back to Graybor, like pinning down one of Cornelius's.
I'm trying to one-handedly make a sandwich right now.
No, and you can make your sandwich. The point has been,
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Yeah.
I just.
Hey, she'll look at you. Can we hire a few more people now? I mean, business
I
is...
told you I put more funds into the business.
Well, and I'll tell you, I was going through the books, and we were plus 171 gold pieces last month. So I think we can hire a couple more. If you want me to manage this shit, then we need to get people in to keep the business going.
Good.
All right, give me 20 gold.
We have the funds.
Give me 20 gold, and I'll take care of hiring a couple new people, and I then can focus on that, and you guys can do whatever fun you want.
How about this? Cornelius out of the kitchen. Follow me for a grievance.
I walk out with the Scoobiest, Dewiest sandwich ever.
Yeah, it's
this big.
Have you ever tried to make a sandwich with your offhand? Because that's what it looks like.
It's sloppy. It's big, but sloppy.
I'll take grievance to the safe where I put the 500 gold in.
Okay.
I'll put into the tavern, and I'll show her ways to get into as well.
She gives you the gold.
Funds for the tavern.
She gives you the gold for the books. Based off of your rolls last session, that's your plus one. What did I say? 121. Or
was it 17?
53, 58, 85. Yeah, 175. We'll say.
75.
Greyboar's 85 really swung things. Like there was like a 3-day hot span last month where the music was kicking, the atmosphere was right, and you sold a fuck ton of beer.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. But she does agree she'll take care of dealing with whatever you need her to, as long as you can dedicate another 20 gold a month to payroll.
Easily done.
Then I got this. You guys
keep
on doing what you're doing, all right? Yes.
Little do we know that extra 20 gold is just going in Greediness's pocket.
It goes.
If it does, it does. It's worth it.
She deserves it. She deserves it.
We're putting up with our shit. Yeah.
Regis actually has a good amount of gold right now because she was swindling, like helping Leonard with his business too. So.
Yep. Oh.
All right. So.
It's been a pleasure. We have business to attend.
Get the fuck out of my kitchen.
Thank you.
She just kind of gives you like this, like You know, the ears that she has, like small elf ears, kind of like Cornelius, as you say thank you, kind of like go back like a cat when it's.
I just wink at her and eat my sandwich.
Stirs.
I'll be careful doing that, Cornelius. You don't want to anger this one. She's been known to bring buildings down with one smash of a spoon.
Yeah, I'll do it to this one if I need to.
I just work here.
Right, on to business then.
So I'd say with this conversation, spending the time to really delegate, it's getting into evening now. What would you guys like to do? Where are you going? What's the directive?
So if the party is open to it, I would have the barkeep, or whatever his name is, Torvar, or whatever.
Tarek.
Lead us to Tarek.
Tarek, Tarek.
I'd have him lead us to the last known location of these guys, assuming the kind of other business is covered.
Obviously, Regent is not pleased, but she understands what you guys are going to do. So she will work double time and man the kitchen and the bar so you can take Tarek. And he leads you down past, like, to the east, and your road kind of curves down alongside the Caulfell River, where several airport towers are. No airships are currently docked here, but just like 8 stories up, there are stone structures with airport towers. Lead you down probably another half a dozen blocks till you cross the river and go into the Yearfred Market, which by this time it's mainly dinner musings, a lot of like meat pies, chicken pot pies, turkey, some beef, desserts, maybe some hot sausages, like as you guys like walk by, and then you turn south, like right, and you step, like you descend down this open stairway with these buildings that kind of just stack straight up, like same height as when you were at the top flight, but now you're probably 60, 70 feet lower. And
I would like to grab one of those, 2 of those meat pies, and give one to Cornelius.
all right,
So,
take
food.
4 copper.
Done.
Muted.
Thank you, sir.
I saw your appreciation for the sandwich back there, so I figured you're a man of appetite like me. You've got to eat a lot to keep strong.
I like food.
I'm gonna like eat my meat. I'm not gonna after-mindedly eat my meat.
It's more as a means to absorb the mead, but
fair enough.
So, as you descend down this stairwell, a low, clinging fog winds its way in the tendril-like paths through the cramped streets of the dredges. Tarek leads you along the cobblestone streets of the city of Dalmellington, down a few less traveled alleyways as rats scamper and scurry beneath your feet. Mind these little savages, he mutters. City's crawling with them. After a brisk...
Are you talking about the children or the rats?
The vermin, yeah. After a brisk walk through another set of slim passages, you find yourself like at sea level. You come around this curve, and there is an alleyway in the dredges to look straight through the slate stone docks, and as like dusk is starting to settle in, you can see like the pinks, the purples, and the blues cascading across. I named it the Bolsomer Sea. The houses are all stacked against one another, like they were built for the same thing. At the same time, to accommodate the same sort of people. Tarek looks back at you. Welcome to the dredges. This is my street. Used to be quite the picturesque view when the tide rolled in, or rolled out. The sunlight bouncing off the waves meant fine fishing. These days we're lucky if the stench of those factories, and you like look back and you can see like the airport towers and the airship towers, and you know part of like the lower, like the south end on the other side of the Caulfield district is just smoking up, like with blacksmiths and all kinds of forges creating things. This is where I live. Benjamin, he lives down a bit further. And as you guys start like coming through and walking down these alleyways, the sewers are like almost bubbling, like the sewer grates, like they're clogged, or beneath sea level, where like there's a bit of standing water and just like the stench. The buildings look like they could be magnificent, but this is long forgotten. Like, money hasn't been put in this district in so long. There's just mold and vines and growth that is yucky. And rats. Lots and lots of rats. Some of the houses seem vacant as you like step past Tarek's house and he leads you to where Benjamin was. And they curl over, like it's getting close to dusk, to evening time now, but even with these houses in direct sunlight, it would seem like dim just because of the way they kind of like rainbow and meet each other over the center of the road. A tall, narrow structure lies before you. A fresh coat of ivory paint on the exterior, a stout wooden door is half open. And an entry, a sitting area are immediately visible. You guys approach Benjamin's house.
This is a place, Jackson.
Apparently, I don't know how this little orphan.
As you guys walk up the stairway, and you like walk up into this like a brownstone almost. Yes, great boy.
Yeah.
A second. As soon as we get up to the stairs to the door, look to see if there's any evidence of the door being broken into.
Make an investigation check.
And while he's doing that, I'm not good at investigation, but I'd like to look around and see if anyone watching us go in.
Okay, make a perception check. What was your investigation grade bar?
14.
14? Okay.
I'd also like to wander around the edges of the building, the corners, and just see if there's any egresses on the sides, or if I should go around back.
Hey, Solomon.
Hmm?
You want any of this meat pie?
No. I'm gonna take a look inside before we all go in, alright?
Alright, I'm gonna eat this meat pie.
Said door is door locked? No?
No.
Yes?
Half open.
No, this door is open.
Oh, open. Okay, so I'm going to stealth inside the building.
Alright. So I got a 14 from Greybor. What's your perception, Todd? Or Daxton?
It was a 10 for me looking out to see if anyone's watching us go in. So.
Yeah, you don't notice anybody. However, the way this cul-de-sac is, it's like creepy on top of each other. You know, like old French houses. Like, you know, just small bases. They get larger and they kind of linger over, like almost like a canopy. Like
when I pull my fist bucket out the window, it goes into my neighbor's house, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw up a 4th level armor of Agathis.
Okay.
I'm just gonna signal to Nevish before I go in. Just do like a head thing. This is our connect me up sign.
Nevish, go ahead and roll me a perception check too, please.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
And if Solomon will be heading in, I'd like to establish a link with him and use my other link with Greybor.
Do you concentrate when you do this? Is it,
or
is it
not technically?
Not okay. So you link
but,
with.
I'll get you the reading on both of them just to be sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're basically identical, except that one of them transcends language, the other one doesn't. Both of them do have a limited range. Let me get that because it's going to be like 30 or 60.
And I would like to use the head of disguise to make myself look like one of the urchins, just like a little ragamuffin kid that would fit in this district.
Okay. Perfect.
I'll respond with disguise self as a like a hobo.
All right.
It's just Cornelius.
It's literally just Cornelius, but like dirty.
Yeah.
And rags.
You can just say yourself. I mean,
you have Cornelius has a flair about him, right?
Yeah.
He wears armor. He's got mithril armor on now. He wears a nice jacket. Cornelius likes the finer things. He just looks like a hobo Cornelius.
You cast a spell, and the only thing that changes is like your beard color and like a smudge of dirt.
Yeah, no, that's like just my clothes. My beard shortens like an inch and isn't braided. Oh no, my beard's not braided. It braids, and
It dreads.
yeah, and my hat looks a little dingier.
So, yes, Jeff.
All right, Jill. I'm just going to clarify that one of them has a it's a 5 mile range once it's up, but it only lasts for 6 minutes. And that one transcends language. The other one has a 120-foot range,
Okay.
and I can just kind of keep that up until I connect.
So,
with
who are
someone
you connecting with? What?
else. I'm gonna do Solomon on the Mind Link. This is good for an hour, and will keep us connected as long as you're within 120 feet.
Okay.
Graybor, you and I will be connected for 6 minutes. I'll wait to cast that until like I don't think I'm gonna see him.
Okay. So, and what was your perception? 30-20? As you like walk that like city aisle in between houses, I mean there are plenty of entry points on the first and second floor of this building. Solomon, you see a sitting area as you approach the door. A kitchen, like off probably 30 feet behind it. And to the left hand side, you see a set of stairs leading to the second floor of this home.
Okay. I will kind of do just a brief look around the area, and then I'll head up the stairs.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Hell yeah.
Once I've finished doing the door, I'll probably step in as well.
All right.
I start having a
Give me an
14.
Give me an investigation check, Graybor. Would you say 13?
14.
14? Okay.
even worse, 12.
12. All right. I mean, there's no light in here, and like you ever stepped in a house that hasn't been taken care of for a while? Like that must smell kind of like overcomes you, and you like just distracts you to a point where you don't see anything. Like nothing that will help. Which way would you like to go?
So,
Who's leading this?
Solomon.
I'm going upstairs.
Oh, yeah, Solomon and Oz. Daxton's still on the porch watching the street.
Yep.
I'm
with Daxton right now.
So we got Daxton and Cornelius on the porch. Graybor and Solomon have stepped inside the building, and Nevish is kind of walking around the backside.
Can I cast Detect Thoughts on the building? And I'm specifically looking for young minds.
What's the? Is there a range? Is there a radius?
There is. Let me get you some of that. All right, so it is concentration.
Okay.
It is 30 feet, and typically it's you can focus on one creature that you can see. However, you can also use this to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. You can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. The spell can penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock 2 inches of any metal other than lead. A thin sheet of lead blocks it, and then I can't detect. Oh, and I can't detect a creature with an intelligence of 3 or lower.
Hold on.
So it's a little vague. What I am asking is a bit of a stretch because it does not say anything about specifically focusing in on a mind. You know.
You sense Greybor and Solomon and Daxton and Cornelius, but you don't sense anything else. And at this point,
the building feels empty to me.
Yes. At this,
I'm going to relay that immediately to Greybor and Solomon.
At this point, Solomon and Greybor, you walk up to the top of the stairs and get to the hallway. You see at the end of this hallway a huge picture window that was probably magnificent when it was taken care of, lay shattered in broken pieces. But from here you can see the great expanse of the bay and the ocean beyond. Smoke from nearby factories billow up as the sun is now setting and the evening sky is come to. What's your passive perceptions? All of you.
19.
11.
9.
14.
15.
Cornelia, this is great. This is fucking great. From 3 different sides of this building, Nevish, Cornelius, and Greybor, you hear "Ah!" From down the alleyway. It sounds like a child or woman screaming. And then it stops. And just for that one moment, all is quiet until you hear a and this lower guttural scream just comes down, and you hear another high-pitched scream, probably half a dozen houses down the street.
I'm gonna pick up my warhammer and just do a slam on the door and say, "It's go time, boys."
Yeah, because I'm guessing we still got the connection up with Nevish still.
Yep.
It's only been a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I'll relay straight to him. We're fucking going.
Daxton, follow me. And I'm just gonna run.
And I'm just gonna fucking dive out this fucking window.
I was gonna say it.
As I do it, I'm gonna just before jump out, I'm gonna look back at Solomon, and I'm gonna cast a spell. And I forgot to long rest. 1 second from last one. Vortex Warp. You magically twist space around another creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on Constitution saving throw. The target can choose to fail.
Will.
In which you disappear and you appear about fucking 50 feet in front on the ground.
Yeah. So what happens is Cornelius bangs on the door and says it's time to go. Him and Daxton start darting off. Cornelius is a little bit faster than Daxton. Just for fucking flavor. It's probably the same.
I'll pick him up.
No, this is great. At this time, Nevish hears what's going on and runs back around, slightly trailing you. At that moment, as you come to the main alleyway, Nevish, the rest of the glass shatters, and you see Greybor with a great axe and a warhammer just jumping down, taking one of them as his focus and swinging it around to Solomon, and then Solomon's running.
I'm already mid-sprint.
He's right next to Cornelius, running down towards this.
I would just like to
Time for subtlety is done.
So do I land right next to Nevish?
Give me an acrobatics check or athletics for this.
Athletics.
I have
Can I see everyone now?
Yeah, like
So
you guys
15.
are all filing in. I'm gonna say Cornelius, Daxton, and Solomon are like the front three. Nevish and Greybor are like right behind.
So I
shield
would
in my
say
hand, warhammer in my hand.
I have my meat pie in my hand. You see a little urchin boy running down the street holding a meat pie.
Yeah, it's like
Eating it.
I draw my rapier and I got my shield out.
I'm gonna cast Bless at 3rd level to hit all of us.
alrighty. Here.
I am concentrating.
Okay. So all of you are blessed, right?
So, the 15 on the athletics check.
Yeah, which is
So
more
I'm-
than
I'm-
enough. It's like you.
Is there like a building next to the one I've jumped out of?
Oh yeah. I
I'm
would
said I've dived out of it and I've just dug my axe into it and I'm kind of just slowing me down as I'm coming
like
back.
you bust through this window and you realize that your projection's a little high. You bring out your axe, slam it into the wood, drop down, and you run across like a wooden roof of a 2nd-story porch until you can find the moment to jump down to a 1st story and jump down, and that's where you meet up with Nevish.
As soon as I get next to Nevish, I fucking pick him up and I carry him under my fucking arm. Because I run ever so slightly quicker than him and just start fucking.
We'll say you all
Okay.
catch up. You all catch
Do we
up.
have do we have a bonus action or action here,
Yeah,
or
I would say you probably have a couple turns as you run down the roadway if you want to do anything.
I have 35 feet movement. So.
I would Daxton would click his boots of haste, and that's all I'll do, just because that's OP enough. I'll take my boots of haste. My people
Nonsense.
fast. What's that, Jeff? Nonsense.
Nonsense. You got haste. You fucking take advantage of that shit.
Goddamn right. DM didn't give it
No
to you
one
for
here,
nothing.
no one here feels bad because you are doing cool shit. Trust me.
So
We all feel good.
Daxton's the first
I'm gonna
one.
hold my room too.
Daxton's
Hog room.
the first one to approach a 2-story house. The outer walls are covered with grime. Sturdy oak door secures the front of the property. A small picket fence you just kind of bust past. Like not doing damage or anything. Not like that kind of bust. Like a road runner, kind of with your speed. And one of the loose pickets just kind of spins and hits the ground, ting, 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 as Cornelius and the rest of the group, walk behind you. Yeah. That's
Okay,
what you-
so I click my boots and then my Haug rune, HAUG, which gives me resistance. And I'm running.
Okay, and you approach this sturdy oak door.
Yep.
I have.
No,
If Daxton doesn't do anything when I approach the door, I'm kicking it.
All right, roll me a strength check.
I'd like to do
Athletics.
2 bonus actions on the way there if I can.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
Just want to manifest my echo, which is just this like ghostly, formless sort of figure, and then I'm just going to activate my Crimson Right on my rapier.
15 for my strength check.
How are you going to activate your Crimson Right?
I have this like small, like 3-4 inch section at the bottom of my rapier that has like an edge as opposed to the rest of the rapier, which is obviously a piercing weapon, and I just use that and drag it along my arm.
All right, and what was your athletics check?
Athletics. 15, 16, 17
17.
for athletics.
Dexton, as you're like running up, you like get to the top step, you like hop a little bit, click your heels, activate your boots, and Cornelius just do, and like flying kicks the doors, and they go. You just smash open. And despite despite the grime on the outside, this house is well cared for on the inside. The layout is similar to the house that you saw down the street, with the sitting area in the kitchen. Hold on. Let's see. With the stairs leaning upwards, beneath a trophy fish mounted on the wall, you see a slumped figure on the kitchen table. Blood pouring out of its gaping wounds in its torso, its entrails spilling onto the otherwise spotless wooden floors, and screams can be heard from behind. Muffled screams can be heard from above. What are you guys doing?
Do I hear that from outside?
Yeah, this is as you're all approaching. Cornelius just fucking busts the fucking doors, and immediately
run up to that guy.
What?
Sorry, go ahead. You can finish what your sentence was.
I'm saying all of you can see this somewhat like very respectable inside clean house. To the right hand side, you see a guy, like an older humanoid, slumped over with his intestines and everything pooling out of his belly, and you can hear muffled screams from upstairs, and you see a stairway on the right or the left hand side going up.
I will run up to that guy, drop my hammer, and like put my hands over him and try to pump out. I'll do a 3rd level cure wounds into him.
Okay.
Nice.
Roll for that. Yes, Greybar.
So, obviously, you said could hear the muffled screams from upstairs while I was outside.
Yeah.
So, as you said, it's similar to the other one, so it's got that big.
All of the houses here look the same.
So I put Navish down to the side, and I'll fucking bit of a running jump, and I'll fucking try and jump and go through that fucking window.
Alright, give me an acrobatics check.
19 points of healing.
19?
Blood all over my hands. I'm trying to put his guts back inside him and heal it.
Yeah, like Cornelius, you like grab everything that isn't in him and like shove it back.
Oh, Jareth, be with me.
And you see parts of his skin start to like mend, and you hear him go, "Ah!" Like this loudest scream, like.
No, you're okay. You're fine.
Does bless affect? What does bless affect? Again,
Yeah.
I can't quite remember.
Saves and attacks.
I just want to mark for Cornelius the fish, the trophy fish. That's payment for healing his guts.
So Greybor Kool-Aid Man's in. He like just jumps up and like tries to do like a flourish, and he overshoots it, and it's probably the weight of his great axe and Warhammer, you know, that just pushes him down. His legs come up and smashes through the window. Cornelius, the rest of you can hear Greybor just smash through. You're gonna end up prone, but you are on the 2nd floor hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Can I jump 10 points of my lay on hands on myself?
Yes.
From fucking Regents.
I mean,
I am running upstairs.
Okay, so
All good.
you run upstairs. Daxton and Nevish, what are you doing?
Go ahead, Nevish.
I think I'll also head upstairs.
So to set the scene, guy on the first floor, guts hanging out, and he always stuffs him back in, heals him. Gregor jumps through the second story window somehow.
Just like a loud crash of
He screams from upstairs.
and you got the rest of the Daxton, Nevish, and Solomon are just dashing up the stairway as Greybor stands up and meets you guys. You can see 4 humanoid figures, hair on their arms and their necks, their chest, dragging a woman down the hallway into the far room, and you can see Greybor, probably you, the rest of you, except for Cornelius, as you approach this, you're the 3 of you are about 20 feet away. Greybor is about 30 feet away. You see like a hallway with 3 doors, 2 on the left and 1 on the right, as the right hand side opens up kind of to the first floor. And, and 1 door on the far end of this hallway. You can see these 4 rat-like humanoid creatures dragging this woman into this door.
Can I attempt to cast a spell on the woman before she's dragged in?
Roll me a d20, straight d20.
Is this man alive now?
Yeah, we're gonna get right there after this bit.
Oh, fucking most nice shit.
Roll some initiative.
Oh.
Okay. So this is what happens. The guy is alive. He is in exhilarating pain as he was ripped. His guts were ripped from him, and you just shoved him in there, tried to cure wounds. You healed him. He may be better in the long run, but right now he's in immense pain. Although you fully healed him.
Fair enough.
You know, like they're not pain. Let's call it shock from everything that is happening. And let's go ahead and take our break right there. So we'll pick up with all of you pretty much seeing these rat-like humanoids rip this woman from this building. We'll catch you in like 10-15 minutes. Let me do this.
What number are we in?
Switch back for all of us. And let me take this.
I think most of us are at the top of 3, he said.
Yeah. So, you guys are all cresting on the second floor. Well, Daxton, Solomon, and Nevish are cresting the second floor as Greybore busts in. Cornelius is still down on the first floor, but he heals the guy. He's just in shock. So,
Yeah.
So, we'll... I don't want to do initiative right now, but I almost feel like it makes sense just to get what you guys want to do, like, without talking over each other. So let's go ahead and roll in this.
Oh, and he did a good roll.
So we have... Let me know when you guys are ready. Alright. 20 and up.
23.
23 for Dax. How fitting. Alright. Noah.
I got a 25.
Oh. Never mind. Jesus. I gotta do that. 25 for Solomon. 23
Here it
for
looks like he's got
Daxton.
23.
What'd you get, Greybore?
22.
22.
Ah.
Jesus.
Even if I got on that 20, I wouldn't be able to have beaten him. I would have gotten the same as you, Dax.
Nevish, what'd you get?
15 here.
And Cornelius.
17.
7. Oh, okay. Like, it goes as almost.
That was really good.
Almost as should. We have Solomon, Daxton, Greybore, Cornelius, Nevish. What would you guys like to do? You all have your turn. So Solomon, you like run up to the stairs, 20 feet ahead of you. You can see 4 of these like humanoid, furry, long, like snouted rat figures dragging this older woman into towards the front of the house, second story. You know, you can situate yourself. You know, it's the front room, second story.
Okay, front room. Just let me hold on.
I don't have a battle scene for this. We're gonna do it like.
That's
you
cool.
know, up in our
Theater of
minds.
mind, baby.
So on the one that is currently holding the woman.
There's 4 of them dragging the woman.
Oh, all 4 of them are doing it? Okay.
All 4 of them have a hand on the woman.
Okay. Could I, if you want to use a bonus action or something, that's cool. Can I just assess which one seems weak, like physically? Or if they all look about the same,
I'd
or
say
what?
with your passives, they all look similar. Like they're all the same stuff. They're very human, but are growing fur.
All right.
And their
So I'll
faces-
just choose the one closest to me then.
Okay.
We're gonna you see, I pull out this small, almost like ball bearing, and I'm just gonna chuck it at him. It's a magic item I have, so I have to make a ranged attack. All right, here we go.
So we're gonna say you're attacking 1.
Yep. 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Let me read it real quick. On a hit, the target is restrained until I take a bonus action to speak the command word again to release it. Doing so or missing with the attack causes the bands to contract and become a sphere once more. A creature, including the one restrained, can use an action to make a DC 20 strength check to break the iron bands. On success, it's destroyed and they get out. But if they fail, they can't make any more attempts for 24 hours. So it's restrained, restrained, and it can make a strength check on its turn as an action to try and break free.
Alrighty. So you see, how do you flavor it? Like, what happened?
So I just pull out this iron bead, and I huck it, and as it's mid-air, it like unfolds and spirals out into this almost skeleton-like shape, and just like exoskeleton attaches to this creature in whatever form it's in.
Like wraps around his arms, and you see him just slide in. The wood floor like bends in a little bit as it makes impact, and he ends up like it's still safe to walk on, but he's like
and then this little mouthpiece comes over.
Yep. All right.
Let me see here. Bonus actions. I will just move my echo right up next to me and just kind of take up space in this hallway, waiting for the
like run up and engage.
No, I'll stay the 20 feet back.
Okay.
I'm kind of waiting for the rest of the group to catch up to me.
All right. So Solomon and Echo. Gotcha. Daxton, as you run up 20 feet away from you, you can see like Solomon throw this bead out and expands, takes one of these rat-like humanoids, just slams him to the ground and wraps around his face, and you can see him just stuck, like squirming, legs kicking, towel, like a sweeper. But he's not going anywhere. But the other three continue to drag.
Into what room? On the map.
The far room, room 10.
Room 10.
Yeah.
Oh, so on the second level.
Yep, you
okay.
Run up, second level. There's no stairs to the right. I'm changing this map because it's dumb.
Okay. So, am I within 25 feet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my reaction to take one of the other gnolls, or assuming they're gnolls, I might be wrong, one of the creatures I can't see, and I'm going to use my stone ring charm. When the creature you see ends its turn, I guess I can't do it. Never mind. I can't do it until the end of the creature's turn. Then I am using my. I'm going to go out and close with them and fight.
You can engage if you want. You can move up to them.
I am. I'm using my bonus action to invoke Giant Might. So the regular urchin they see holding a meat pie becomes a very large urchin holding a meat pie and draws his scimitar. Sorry, his rapier in one hand, still holding the meat pie in the other, and goes to attack. I want to attack the.
There's one restrained on the ground.
No, do you care if I kill him on the ground or no? I mean, because I'll get advantage on the attack. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make my first set of attacks against the. I want a fair fight. I'll go. One of the other ones holding her up.
All right.
I'm gonna make
the only other one you can get to is the second one that's on the back side of this hallway. So
Okay.
one of them, Solomon, pinned down. There's another one on the tail end that you can go up and attack.
I can try. Yep, and I'm hasted, so.
So you're hasted, and as you're running down the hallway, just the shoulders start hitting the walls as Daxton grows twice in size and just brings his rapier out and swings down.
Okay. Can you guys see my D&D Beyond rolls when I do?
I don't think
Well, I'll do one anyway.
Yeah, I can see it.
First roll is a 22.
That hits.
And Second attack roll, ooh, not as good. 13.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if that hits. 1 second.
Don't forget you're blessed.
Alright, that just hits.
Okay, plus is an additional d4 to attack rolls, right? Alright. Just for grins and giggles for just numbers. That'd be a 14. Okay, so damage for 2 attacks there. First one is 13, and they have to make a con save. 13 for life stealing. And the second one is I rolled a 3, but I'm going to reroll with the piercer feat. Because a 3 sucks. I rolled a 1. Do I have to use the feat? I think I have to.
I think. Yeah.
You must choose a new roll.
I think so.
Yep, so that's 21 points of damage. They have to make con saves for the vampire life stealing.
They failed both.
Okay, so that's 2d4. That's an additional 4 damage.
So Daxton like runs up the stairs, and then you see him run down the hallway, shifting, mutating his body into this large form. The rapier comes up right, stabs down, pulls it over, does like a little like 360 flourish, and you see the rapier up under the rib cage the second time, pulls it out. You see this like dark red, almost black blood pooling from this creature. He is severely fucking hurt.
I give an additional, actually, 10 damage because I invoked the Hallgrave. Sorry, the giant might when I was running up, so the weapon attacks do an additional 1d6. So I rolled a 6 and a 4.
He is fucking hurt.
On my haste, I get to make 2 more attacks.
Yeah. Roll your first attack against this guy.
That's a 25.
Hits.
It's a 14 on die, so 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Why is that not popping up in D&D Beyond? I have 8, so that's 15 points of damage.
So you pull out of the ribcage, do another little swashbuckler flourish with your rapier in your hand, come right down, and you stab your rapier right through the back of its skull, coming out of its nose. And you pull it out, and it goes, falls to the ground. You see the two in front of you. The old lady is getting dragged still, and one is grappled.
And I can't reach the other 2, so can I do the last attack of my action on the grappled one, or
Yeah,
no?
you reach over and just stab down. Sure.
That's
at advantage. Advantage. He's restrained.
First roll is 15, second roll is a 21.
21. Yeah, that hits.
And that's a 3 on die for damage, so 10 points of damage, and
I think sneak qualifies if you haven't used it yet.
there's no one within 5 feet, but the
You had advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage.
yeah, I haven't used it yet.
Does it have to be used on your first attack? Sneak?
It does not.
No?
Plus, don't forget your giant might attack bonus.
Oh, Jesus, that's 3d6. That's just 11 points. Oh god. Yeah, so that's 41 points of damage in the con save.
21 con save is a fail.
That's a 4 on the 25 points of damage, and that's my turn.
So Daxton runs down the hallway, goes to the giant might, stabs the one dude to the left 3 fucking times, then reaches over, and just between the iron that is grappling this guy, fits his rapier and just slides it like down the inside of his left side of the rib cage, and you pull it out, and this blood, fucking, the woman screams louder.
Make a dexterity check to see if I hold my meat pie.
yeah, you can. Give me an acrobatics check.
That's an
It's
18.
a little,
Yeah,
meat
you
pie
still
now.
have your
you
meat
can just
pie.
film the entire thing.
You're a
and-
showman, man. You're used to flipping hands and juggling shit. You got this. That brings us to Grey Boar. The Grey Boar, as you like smash through the window, face down, you look up and you see Daxton go from little man to big man and fucking just destroy one guy and then shove his rapier in the guy that Solomon just like controlled. And you see the two humanoid furry creatures like start to struggle, dragging this this woman down the hallway.
So, first question: did it get up, or am I still prone?
You're still prone.
Probably. Okay, I will use basically half my movement to stand up. So I have 15 to about 17 feet left. I'm in.
Yeah.
But obviously I can't get into range with that movement.
You could get into range with the one that's grappled or restrained by Solomon.
Yeah. Well, moving away. Do I have clear sight of a woman that's being dragged?
Yeah, you can see her.
Wow.
She's like laying on the ground. Just you can see like the leg shift or like a hip or a shoulder on the right hand side as Daxton's moving around in giant.
I'm gonna move down my movement to get better sight of her. If I can get better sight of her, I will cast a spell.
Alright, what are you gonna cast?
Same one I did on good old Solomon, Vortex Warp. So you magically twist space around another creature you can see within range. The range is 90 feet. Target must succeed on Constitution saving throw. Target can choose to fail, or the target is teleported to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range.
Alright, so what kind of save?
Con save.
For her?
Yep.
What's the save?
17.
17? Alright, yeah. What are you doing?
I'll teleport behind fucking Solomon. He's behind.
You see like just the socks and the dress like go backwards in that old like 20s 30s style like white lacy underskirts just like cloud your visions as she shows up behind Solomon screaming her mind out, and you see the two were-rats in front of you. Just nasty teeth, and they growl at you.
Anything else I can do? I can't move with that. I'm not in range to hit. But I've moved up, so I'm in range of the one on the floor. Hang on.
Greyboard, I want you to notate on your sheet 1 point. I am doing this for positive RP and using your class. You just saved a woman. I'm giving you 1 point, and I'll let you know what you can use that for at a later date.
Okay. Question mark. I need to find a space to put it.
That's fucked up. Because I mean, it's within my character to
point.
like mug this woman and see if she's got any sued. So
I mean, that seems accurate. That seems right
who knows
on.
what's gonna happen next round, fellas?
So, obviously, I moved up. I teleported her.
Yeah, it was just like slingshotted her back.
Do I still have? Well, I moved up in range of that one with floor, didn't I?
Yeah, I'd say you might have like 10 feet of movement if you want to move around, but you're also keep in mind Daxton is giant sized at the moment, and you have Solomon and Nevish like meeting you at the peak of this stairwell. So there's
I can't. I was just seeing if I could do a bonus action attack, but I can't do it unless I take the attack action.
yeah.
I have no other bonus actions then, so
All right.
I'm just stand up ready.
That brings us to Cornelius.
I guess I'll go upstairs and see what's going on. How much movement does that day cost me?
I mean, you can get to the top of the stairs. I'll say it. It's not hard movement. It's not like
How far away are they?
dungeon. You don't have to move through your friends. You can get to the backside of your friend. Pardon me, man. You get to the backside of your friends and see probably 25 feet away 2 were-rats standing up, like hissing at the party, and one is grappled and one is just fucking bloodied on the floor down. Like
So there's two alive.
major arteries, blood is everywhere, the floor is slippery.
So there's 2 alive or 3 alive?
3's alive.
Well, I'm pretty far away, so there's really only one thing I can do. I'm gonna hold my hammer up as it like shadow and light begins to wrap around it as 3 yellow beams fire out of the hammer. It will cast Eldritch Blast
At who?
at all 3 of them.
1 at each?
Yep.
Alright.
We'll go with the one on the floor, which I have advantage on.
Yep. No,
Advantage.
disadvantage, because he
No?
is prone right now, and you are making a ranged
Oh,
attack.
yeah. Fair enough. I think also... Hold on a minute.
This is like, for level 12, this is a good little combat encounter right here happening.
Yeah, I rolled a 16 and a 17, which my Eldritch Blast is plus 9. So
that
16,
hits.
17, 18, 19,
16 hits, so.
25 to hit. D10. I never use these. 5 points of force damage to the one on the floor.
Alright. Still alive.
23 to one of the other ones.
Yep.
And then 22 to hit on the other one.
Yep.
7 points of force damage to one, and 6 points of force damage to the other.
Alrighty. How's your last look?
It just looks like just yellow force energy, like just like a meteor, almost like trailing yellow of this divine energy from that.
As you hit the guy on the ground, you spin him like counterclockwise, just spins around. The other 2, bam, bam, left and right shoulder. You hit them, they step back, kind of like correct themselves in their area, and look around. That brings us to.
I would like to do one more thing. Sorry.
Yep. Sorry. No. I jumped.
No problem. I would like to look at Solomon dead in the eye, and I want to wink and give him kissy faces and give you a bardic inspiration.
Note that.
Oh yeah.
So
I
you
feel
get-
very inspired.
What's your inspiration right now? Is that
It's a D8.
D8. All right.
Dope.
Yep.
And that brings us to Nevish. You're
Oh
running.
shit!
You're
I'm an
running
idiot.
up.
That's good.
You're running up behind. You see Cornelius like kind of meets you at the stairway level. Lets out these 3 Eldritch blasts, blows a kiss at Solomon, and you like find yourself up. First off, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Me?
No, Nevish.
Oh,
Nevish.
That's
I
a
don't know why I thought it was me. I was like, wait.
23.
Oh.
Okay, you're playing it cool. Block it. You're focused. What do you want to do?
There's 2 that are still standing.
2
One
standing.
that's on the ground.
One that's on the ground. One that's on the ground
All
is
right.
like spinning like a turtle on its back right now with the Eldritch Blast.
That one's no threat to me. They can. All right. The 2. I'm going to twin a mind sliver at the 2 that are standing.
Okay.
That is a intelligence save.
Alright, intelligence. First one is a 14. Second one is a natural 1. So let's double the damage for the natural 1. Because I hate that crits only happen on melee attacks. That was bad.
Nice. Well, in that case, 8 damage for 1,
Alright,
and
8
22 for another.
How do you want to do the last one?
I picture, for the sake of everyone else being able to see it, there's got to be some sort of visual energy, but like something from my, third eye blasting out and, spiking into theirs. So, whatever color you guys like to imagine in your own.
Transparent,
But
like purple, blue, like deep color energy just flourishes from you.
I like to imagine if Nevish's astral projection entering their mind.
ooh, yeah,
Some
like that.
mini Nevish.
Yeah, and it's like instead of like slicing arms or heads off, it's like what you see first is the left eyeball completely pop out. And then like the right ear, like just like you pop the artery vein and it's just bleeding
Oh, gross.
from the shooting out against the wall. It like spins around. Actually, you guys aren't close enough. It just spirals. It cascades around the wall until he falls dead.
Almost the grossest thing I've ever seen.
And then you see the
Almost.
one humanoid furry figure, like grappled by this large iron plate, is still standing, and one that was hit a few times by Cornelius and Nevish just lets go of the woman's shoulder pad. Yes, Nevish. Anything else on your turn?
No, I just wanted to specify that the other one that I slivered will have a D4. Is it a D4? Yeah, a D4 subtracted from their next saving throw.
All right,
And that's my turn.
that brings us to their turn. The guy grappled is going to try to break it.
All right. It's a DC 20 strength check.
I rolled an 18. Strength is +0. So it's an 18.
So he cannot attempt again. He is stuck there until someone lets him go.
Okay. The other one drops the woman.
Oh, I teleported the woman, remember?
Yeah, we did that.
As you teleport the woman. I think this all like kind of happening at the same time. He like goes to let go and realize nothing's in his hand. He looks back at all of you. Shows his gnarly rat-like teeth. Turns around. 3 steps. Bust through the half-broken window. Acrobatics check. It's not bad. Rolls on the ground. And what are you guys doing? Top of the round, next round. That brings us to Solomon.
Yeah. That is a question. How far is it to the window from me?
About 30 feet, I'd say.
30 feet.
Yeah, you have to proceed through like 15 feet of the hallway, and then another 15 feet through the wall, through the part of me.
Did they get their actions? The were rats?
I mean, they're mostly dead.
Yeah. One ran away.
You killed 2 of them. One failed his grapple check, and one busted out the window.
Got it.
So you can make it. You can make it to the window to see where this guy
To the
is.
wall.
To the
Okay,
window,
so-
to the wall. We all ski.
Could I improvise using a crossbow bolt like a thrown dagger?
All right, you're gonna try to throw it at him.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have a dagger, and it would take too much to pull out my hand crossbow to use it, so I'm trying to just pull out a bolt.
You grab a bolt and throw it. Roll me a d20.
Alright. I am, I think, proficient in daggers, if that helps. I'm using it in a similar way.
Okay.
More of a dart.
What was that?
I was just saying, it's more of a dart.
Dart, dagger,
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, I just want to know what the d20 roll is.
I rolled a 6.
Yeah. All right. So you like pull it out and you throw it, and it releases. It spins. You can see the bolt like spin. You're like, fuck. Cuts right across his right shoulder like leather armor. It just sticks in front of him. You see him like emo boy hop, skate over, and just keep on fucking running.
Okay, I'm going to, as a free action, move my echo.
Okay.
I can move it 30 feet.
All right.
So could I move it like down,
Down. Yeah.
like to outside?
Okay.
Okay.
In pursuit of this guy, you're still
Yeah, and then
30 feet
Yeah, go ahead.
behind him,
okay.
but yeah.
So I'll move it down there, and then use a bonus action and teleport and switch places with it. So now I'm on the ground.
Yep. Now you are on the cobblestone, like the slimy, the slimy road that you walked into. Now you can see the trails like coming the opposite way from your whole party. You also notice rats skittering, like in the gutters along the walls, just going away from you, not attacking you, but you notice this. I think that's your turn, right?
I have another attack if I can throw another crossbow bolt.
You can certainly try.
Yeah, might as well.
All right.
That's a 15.
15. Okay. What kind of a D6 for crossbow?
It'd probably be a D4, but just from my hands.
Oh
right?
yeah,
Just
from your hand.
a
All right.
dart.
Yep.
Okay. 7 points of piercing damage. I guess.
I gotta do some math. Okay. You see, this time instead of like brushing his shoulder armor, you sink in to his right shoulder, and you can see him spin, right? Stand up, rip it out, and he keeps running.
All right. That's all I got.
He's fucking bleeding though.
How far away is he from me on the second floor?
Well, where you are on the second floor, you'd have to go to the window, which is 20 feet away. And then from there, he's about 30 feet from the window. Well, actually, hold on. Let me look at his movement. No. He would be 20 feet from the window.
He's total 40 feet away.
Yeah, well, with your movement, you could get closer, but...
Yeah, he says 20 feet from the window, and he's 20, and then
Yeah.
he's an additional 20 feet.
He's additional 20 feet at an angle down.
Yeah. Okay, so it was a free action. I would just yell at the group. I'd be like, keep this one alive. So when it's grappled, we can interrogate him. If I fell out this window, like...
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Okay. Because I can grab. Well, actually, I'm hasted, so my movement's double.
I know. Yep. I actually, roll me an acrobatics check at advantage.
I'm grateful for the advantage, because the first roll I die was a 3, which was a 12. And the second is a 19, which is a 28.
So what you do in giant form is like boom, 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 and you take your rapier and you push it into the ground and you jump off. Slow motion anime.
Okay.
And you land right in front of the guy.
Oh, I'm gonna stab him in the belly so hard. Here we go. 2 attacks. The rapier crit on the first roll, 29, natural 20. And the second roll for the second attack is a 22.
Alright, roll damage for those.
For the crit, I rolled an 8, so it's 15 times an 8 on die, doubled 16, plus the 7 is 23, plus the d6 for being giant. The 1, so it's 24, plus sneak attack, because there's no one next to me.
Double the d6 too, right?
Yeah.
It's all roll dice double down.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I rolled an 11 on the sneak attack, so it's 22. So that's 15 on the original roll, 16 when you add the 1 for the giant might, 27 when you add the sneak attack, doubled to, what's that, 54?
How do you want to end his life?
You know, flip in front of him and like just let him They feel like a
Yeah,
classic.
he runs right in, and your rapier sinks all the way to the hilt.
Yep. And I'm gonna take a bite of my pie as he falls
That's my
low.
reaction. Cornelius just goes, "Fuck off, Rizzo!"
Rizzo.
And you feel the rapier, like the weight on your rapier, like on the tip, the point where it could break, and you pull it out, and this were-rat just falls down to the ground.
So, yeah,
And your second attack was a 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just one attack. I don't think that anyone's going to care that they killed a were-rat here in the middle of the street. So I'm just going to walk. I think I'm. Oh, I don't have movement, but let's just say that's my turn.
All right. That brings us to Greybor and Cornelius. You have one humanoid were-rat left, but it is like permanently grappled by this armor plate that Solomon has wrapped around it. You see Daxton like bust out the window after the were-rat.
Do we want to take this maybe somewhere else? I could make him.
Good idea.
I could make him more travel size if needed.
You really will be Rizzo.
I don't think
it would be better to take him back.
I agree. I don't think the citizens would be too keen on seeing us drag a were-rat through the city, though.
No.
I will
turn around and look at the woman. Is she still panicking, screaming?
Yeah, and as you like make that contact, you see Tarek, just like a hand under her head. This is not justice. This can't be it. We have lost 9 children and 7 parents to this infestation. But we saved some.
Let's get some more answers back at base. And I'll start whistling 3 Blind Mice. And I will cast Polymorph on the were-rat.
To what?
It's got to make a saving throw. A wisdom saving throw.
Just polymorph it into a normal rat.
14.
We were all thinking it.
14 fails.
Hamster.
I'm going to polymorph him into
Squirrel.
Or a
turtle.
Hmm?
Just into a turtle.
Turtle.
Portal.
Huh. All right, Michelangelo, let's go. I'll pick up the turtle.
At that point, like as you turn around, T-Rex right there, as he's been following you, says, "This is not it. It's too easy. The guard
Then what is
could
it?
have done this."
Do you think the guards will come down here?
And no, they won't. And he walks up to the window where he can look out and see Daxton and Solomon. They must have been going to the warehouse on the Caulfield River.
We can head there.
Maybe. There's a bunch of them. There's only a few that have been known for a while. It's your choice. You can do what you want.
As we always do, I say, well, first deal with the issue at hand. Make sure the compatriots are okay.
I guess the only bit of DM hint that I will give is to Daxton and the willing to give up without finding any of your urchins.
Yeah.
I'm not quite ready to go back yet.
I mean, I probably would just basically torture this where we're at until.
I mean, we can turn them back. That's fine. I just like turtles.
No,
I can
I don't.
interrogate him as well.
I do not believe the compatriots of this house would appreciate more than this.
Well, we can take it somewhere else then.
Do they have a pot of soup? We could threaten to throw the turtle in the pot of soup.
Can anyone speak with animals?
You hear the guy, we'll call him Daniel, that Cornelia saved, scream out to the woman that you just saved, say, Gretchen, for Christ's sake, make him some stew! Make him some stew! Save my life! You know,
Cornelius is just humming polymorph rat turtle, polymorph rat turtle. Just singing to the turtle.
I turn around to him and say, you don't mind if we have that rumour that Saudi seems to be in a bit of a trashed state. Mind if we borrow it for a minute or two?
We're gonna torture someone.
Hey Cornelius, I can't speak with animals currently. I could tomorrow, but I can't.
I can only do this. I can only do this in an hour. So,
But I can also speak with the dead. So
okay, well,
we're just a murder away.
you can try one of the other ones.
There's
You
three
probably-
other dead ones.
Yeah, man. We don't even need you, turtle. We don't even need you.
Cornelius, come on, let's go into a room.
She looks at you and she says, take the room to the left. I was getting ready for bed when this fucking shit happened. I thought it was just, my drunken husband. But
We do that.
So I sleep to the right. Don't fuck with me, please.
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
I want an insight.
You're blessed.
She does sleep in the room to the right, and that she really means she'll fuck with her, or if she's looking at me like, come on in. I rolled bad insight. Hold on.
You're blessed.
I am blessed. Hold on.
Blessed is only for
Attack.
It's only for a minute.
and saving
Oh,
throws.
okay, it's probably gone by now. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
we'll do 2 rounds of combat.
It's really bad.
he blessed us
Insight
back
is
at the old house though.
I
So.
rolled an 8 on my insight, so
Yeah, I mean, she's.
I just nudge Navish. I'm like, she wants me. Let's go.
You get the feeling she does sleep to the right, and she's over this shit. Appreciative. Old school Italian appreciative. You did well. You did well, lads. I'm fucking going.
I wink at her as we go.
I'll just start dragging Cornelius as he's holding the turtle into that room on the left.
I named him Frederick.
I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna take a break if you guys want to keep going. or we can end tonight.
I mean, it's 11:20. We can start interrogating them when we.
So
I like that.
we'll pick up next session deep in the dredges of Dalmellington as the Nobodies interrogate
You know what he means. You know what he means.
a werewolf.
Deep in the dredges. Deep in the dredges.
Yeah. Love you. Catch us Tuesday for Set of Shadows and Saturday for a Durithian Divide. Bam! Like and subscribe because
music.
there's no fucking mic
Music.
here. And
Music's by Arcane Anthems. You can find them on TikTok and Spotify.
bam! Fucking love this. This is great
Like
fucking
and
soundtrack.
subscribe.
Fucking great.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Let me get my mouse over to end stream. We love